Congratulations, you have made it to the final module. This is the Compassion Fatigue Training Program for Advanced Practice Providers. This module will solely focus on mindfulness. We'll learn some creative ways to be present in the moment. And I'm Jessica. Moving to what mindfulness is. Mindfulness is being present and aware in the moment. Sometimes this can be very difficult for us to do because we are always trying to think a step ahead, especially as advanced practice providers, whether it be in a clinical setting or even with a packed schedule. We're trying to think of our next step. So, in this module, we're going to focus on being present and aware in the moment. This helps build coping skills and prepares you to handle certain uncertain times. So this is supported by several organizations. The NIH recommends mindfulness training for stress, sleep, and balance for physical and mental health. Our CDC recommends mindfulness training for benefits for chronic disease. APA reports that this can aid in addiction recovery, stress reduction, nutrition, overall well-being, and mindfulness-based training can improve the health of employees and reducing the cost for employers. I like this picture to the right. Mindful versus mindful. As we see on the left hand, it's all the task, all the things, all the chaos that has to happen throughout our day. On the right hand side, this is being present and aware in the moment and drowning out the noise. So, expectations. I think we should go into this mindfulness training being very aware that strong emotions can occur, and that's okay. That's normal. Resting is important for the body, especially when you're busy. You may need to rest before even initiating the training so that you're able to focus. If your mind wanders, refocus on the training. It's okay if you're trying to do an exercise or an activity and thoughts become to enter your mind and it's taking you off track of the activity that you're doing. That is okay. Acknowledge those thoughts and try to regain back focus on the task at hand. I want you to keep doing your journaling. Try to strive to do this daily if you can. Be consistent, have a routine. Remember, this is a personal experience. You're only journaling for yourself and no one else's eyes. Make sure you're continue to incorporate gratitude, focused activities on your journaling. Make sure that you're writing what you're grateful for. Try to incorporate things that you're doing for your self-care. Remember that there is a total of 4 exercises each week. I request that you try to do only 3 of the 4. If you can do all 4, you are a rock star and you are overachieving, and I'm happy that you're doing that. So let's move on to our week 1. Week 1 of our last module. We have made it here. I'm excited for us because we've got some great exercises and activities. On exercise 1, we're going to do sitting and breathing. Sounds unique, but it's going to be fun. Exercise 2, we're going to learn how to walk mindfully. Exercise 3, we're going to learn how to eat mindfully. And then we're going to do a 5 sense exercise. All right, so we're going to do exercise 1 here. Sit and breathe. So I want you to allot time to be able to do this. Make sure that you are drowning out the noise, that you're in a distraction-free area. I want you to sit and focus on controlled breathing. I want you to first close your eyes and take some deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose to a count of 4. So we're going to breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to try to hold when you get up to 4, and then you're going to exhale at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to repeat this often. So, especially if you find that there is something going on in your day that has caused a hiccup in your schedule, that has literally turned your day not into a positive direction, take time, whether it be at your desk, sit, focus, do this breathing exercise. Remember to breathe in to a 4 count and out to a 5. Sitting and breathing, it improves symptoms of anger and confusion. It improves anxiety and depression and improves arousal state. So, if you find a moment in your day, try to incorporate this. And especially if there is a moment in your day that is very troublesome or is causing conflict, take a moment, step away, sit and breathe. Breathe into the 4 count, hold for a second, and breathe out on 5. So, we've talked about exercise and walking and digital detoxing throughout the other modules, but this walk is going to be a little bit different. We're going to enjoy a stroll outside. As you walk, I want you to notice a few things. I want you to notice your breath. Notice the sounds that are around you. Focus on what you're looking at. I want you to be very mindful and depicting. Are you hearing birds? Are you hearing people talk in the distance? Are you hearing leaves crunch under your feet? Are you feeling the cool air on your skin? I want you to think about those things while you're walking. This is a different type of walk. We're not just walking for exercise, we're not just walking for detoxing from digital technology. We're walking to be very purposeful. When you walk, think of those things. It might be the rustle of the leaves, the trees. It might be the sun shining so bright that's warm on your skin. Think about the things, note those things. Walking mindfully, it helps improve cognition, it helps improve stress, and it improves your quality of life. I like this picture of this person walking because there's leaves on the ground. There's these bright leaves on the tree. It looks like it might be a cool fall day. Those are things when you're walking that I want you to really think about and note. Now, I know we talked about nutrition in our module 2. Now, this is an additional part. We're going to eat mindfully. That means when we are eating, we're going to be very aware of taste. Is it salty? Is it sweet? Is it spicy? We're going to feel the texture. Is it crunchy? Is it smooth? Is it kind of sharp in our mouth? Is it got a different type of external texture? Like if you're eating a blackberry, does it feel different on your tongue? What are the colors of the food that you're eating? And this kind of goes hand in hand with having a colorful plate. What's the flavors in each bite? Every bite that you're taking, you can try this at a breakfast or even lunch. Really note, was it taste? Was the texture? What's the temperature? You want to analyze each bite. Be present in the moment and listen to your body when you're hungry and full. This helps reduce chronic pain, disease side effects. It helps reduce depression and anxiety. It also helps reduce insomnia. So, if you can incorporate this week or even today, be very mindful of your eating. This is a different type of exercise. It is a grounding exercise. It is something that is very helpful, definitely, if there's any adversity in your day or if you're just trying to get your focus and concentration back. We're going to take time away from any distractions. And I want you to name 5 things that you see, 4 things that you feel, 3 things that you hear, 2 things that you smell, and 1 thing that you taste. This is a redirection exercise that when if something is going on that you're overwhelmed with, to really strive to do and if you go down, it's see, feel, hear, smell, taste. And you might need to write that down until you can kind of understand the habit of doing it. But it helps redirect your energy and regain your focus. It helps improve your mood, heart variability. It helps with sleep quality and improves your stress level. And this is the 5 sense grounding exercise. I want you to continue to practice journaling and your reflecting skills. What did you do for self care today? What was your inspiration today? What are you grateful for? And maybe you can even say what you did today that supports mindfulness. Moving to week 2, we've got some great exercises here. Exercise 1 is leaf exercise. Exercise 2 is shower and breathe. Exercise 3 is mindful conversation. Exercise 4 is observe your thoughts. All right, with the leaf exercise, I want you to go outside and pick a leaf. Pick one that you might be more fond of that you actually like. I want you to take this leaf and I want you to focus on it. Hold the leaf out. Look at the texture. What does it feel like? What is the shape? What is the pattern? This might seem like a silly exercise, but this is going to help redirect your thoughts, help you be mindful in that moment. So find you a pretty leaf today. Take time to think about what's the texture? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Maybe it has a smell to it. All things you can think about with this exercise. This helps improve anxiety, it helps improve attention and memory, and it also improves your creativity. I like this one too, of this picture of um, this individual touching the leaf, looking at the leaf, analyzing the leaf. Now, you don't have to go start plucking leaves off of things. There's a leaf on the ground, or maybe you can even do this with a petal or even a flower, to just really focus in that moment on that item. Shower and breathe. I want you, after a long, hard day, to take a refreshing shower. Now, while you're in the shower, this isn't just our normal shower that we normally take. I want you to try to do the following. We're going to be very mindful of our showering time. We're not going to worry about all the tasks, all the things that we need to do once we get out of the shower. We're not going to worry about those things. We're not going to worry about any bad things, any crazy things that's happened throughout our day. We are going to be present in this moment. While you're in the shower, I want you to focus on the temperature. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it lukewarm? Focus on your breath. Is it slow? Is it controlled? Lather yourself up with soap. What does it feel like on your skin? Notice the sensation of the soap. Sense the water. Is it softly falling? Is it falling at a rapid speed? If your thoughts begin to wander and you start thinking of all the things that's happened today or all the things you might need to do, acknowledge them and then scoot them aside. We want to focus on this. Focus and be present in the moment while you're showering. Showering and breathing, it improves anxiety, it helps improve your attention and memory, improves creativity, and improves stress. Like I said through the other module, there's times that you can incorporate other exercises that we learned throughout the module. And this might be one that you schedule time for yourself to have a relaxing shower. While you're having that relaxing shower, you're doing this and being very mindful and present in the moment. That's just an example. Now, we're going to work on exercise 3, mindful conversation. Now, you can even try to do this with a patient or a family member or friends. You can focus on a conversation. When you're in a conversation with someone, make sure that you're fully focused. Listen to the words. Focus on the words that's being said. Make sure that you're asking questions. Take a moment today to have that mindful conversation. Mindful conversations also help improve our relationship with others. Now, it might be more important to try this with your partner, a friend, a family member, of really not only just listening, but being mindful of the words that are being used. And this helps improve stress, life satisfaction, and it improves our interpersonal conversation. I think it's cute to look at this picture here. Hearing, accidental, involuntary, effortless. But actually, mindful listening. It's focused. It's voluntary. It's intentional. Being present in that moment, in that conversation, not just overhearing what's going on, and or lacking the effort to put forth in that conversation. This, to be a mindful listener, you are putting forth the effort, you're focused on what is being said, and to be honest, you'll get more out of the conversation too. Exercise 4. We're going to observe your thoughts. And what this means is that we're going to really get in a relaxed state. We're going to eliminate distractions. I want you to just focus on things that come to mind. It's important to be aware of our thoughts. It is equally important to resist the urge to label your thoughts and judge them. Try to observe your thoughts, and as they pass through your mind, think of them like clouds in the sky, meaning that the thoughts come through, you see them go through, you're not going to judge what you're thinking, you're not going to put a label on it, you're going to let it pass through. Just think of if there's anything that comes to mind. This is not a wrong way to do this. It helps improve emotional response, it helps improve cognition, and it improves your mental health. Try to let those thoughts glide through like clouds in the sky. Please continue to journal. It's an important aspect of this program. It's an important way to continue to measure how you're doing in this program. It helps support positive practices. Make sure if you are running out of ideas to journal about, has any of the skills helped you this week? Do you see yourself using any of these in the future? What did you do today for self care, whether it be physical, emotional, spiritual, social? What or who was your inspiration today? You might have found that taking time to do the leaf exercise was very unique. And that's something that you can incorporate at least once a week for a mental reset. Or you might have find that doing a mindful walk and really being present in the moment while you're walking at the sights, the sounds, and what you're feeling was very refreshing for you. And that might be something that you can incorporate daily. We're now halfway through our module 3. We've got some fun stuff this week. Exercise 1, we're going to focus on coloring. We're going to bring back that inner youth. We're going to practice mindful listening. We're going to practice waking up and setting intentions. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about mindful journaling. All right, I want you to have fun, get creative. This is going to be a fun activity. Let yourself have fun. It's okay to let yourself have fun. And if you want to print the slide, that's fine. I want you to get a coloring book, get some paper, get some pens, crayons, colored pencils, highlighters, anything that you want to be creative with. I want you to sit down and your only task be to color. And it might be that you don't want to buy a coloring book, and there's plenty of coloring books that are now out for adult coloring. You could even do a child's coloring book if you wanted to. But the big thing here is to take time. I want you to only focus on this task. You don't have to have any other distractions going on. And if you want to have the TV going on in the background, that's fine. But where I want your intentions is to be on coloring. Get creative. Remember how fun it used to be to open up a new pack of crayons and to be able to color. Um, and like in this picture, you can color of any colors that you want, what you would like, not what anybody else likes, what you would like. So take time. Find time to color today. It helps improve your mood, it helps improve focus, and it also improves concentration. Get creative with this. So we practiced somewhat mindful listening last week and having mindful conversations. This you can practice in numerous ways. Now, you can do mindful listening by just listening to music. And how you do this is by listening to the song, listening to the words, listen to the beat, listen to the tone, listen to the pitch. Really focus on those things. Listen to what's being said. Depict, and it might be that you listen to the music and you think about the beat, how the frequency of the sound is. Be very focused and aware in the moment. Listen to the instruments, the voices. You might want to close your eyes and focus on what you're being heard, what's being heard. Focus on what is, whether you have headphones on or even just have music on a speaker. Focus in that moment of the song itself. You might actually hear things that you've never heard before when you've listened to a song. You can do this with conversation. The biggest thing when you do it in conversation for mindful listening is not offering advice. This isn't a labeling or judgment zone, to really just be present in the moment. There has been some famous individuals that have a podcast, and in this podcast, there's someone that is they are really experiencing strong emotions about activities and sports. And the other person, instead of chiming in, well, you shouldn't feel this way or you should do this, sat there in silence. Because sometimes when it comes to mindfully listening, is taking in the moment, allowing someone space to feel their feelings, and just listening. This helps improve receiving information empathetically. It helps emotional regulation and supportive communication. All right, guys, we're on exercise 3. Wake up, set intentions. I want you to start your day with a goal. This can be simple. And it might be, I'm going to be kind to myself today. I'm going to make sure that I have a good breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. I'm going to make sure that I stay grounded, that I don't get overwhelmed today. I'm going to make sure that I have scheduled joyful time for myself. I'm going to make sure that I have time to go for a walk today. These are all examples of goals in which you can set. These are going to be personalized. There's not one person that's going to be that might be even the same for this. So in the morning, make sure that you take some grounded breaths, some deep breaths. You can even do the breathing technique that we learned early on of inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for a second, blow out for a total of 5. And then clear your mind and really think about what you want to set as a priority today. And it might be not even, I'm going to eat well, I'm going to be kind to myself. It might be, I'm going to make sure that I leave clinic on time today. And sometimes we might not meet those goals, but the purpose of this is to be very intentional in prioritizing what's important to you today. And it might help to write this down. Sometimes hearing, seeing, visualizing, writing it down helps you accomplish it. Setting intentions helps improve personal handling of adversities. It helps improve stress, improves motivation and self identity. It also improves life purpose and goals. So start this in the morning if you can. Take those grounded breaths, clear your mind, and really focus on what is important for you today. Now, I know that I have told you all throughout this program that I want you to journal. This time, I want you to be a little more mindful with your journaling. I want you to think about things in the moment. How are you feeling? Are you feeling happy, stressed, overwhelmed, tired, exhausted, hungry, excited? Those are all things you can list the emotions down. How are you feeling? What are you seeing? What are you doing? And it might be, I'm journaling in my bed, in my soft covers. I am tired. I am proud of myself that I got my work done today. I was a good spouse, a good mother, a good provider today. I was a good team player. I supported my teammates today. Or I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. I'm exhausted. I'm ready to sleep. Those are all things. Whatever you're feeling in that moment. The goal is not to reflect all the way throughout your whole day. But in that moment, if you're feeling pretty proud of yourself, write it. If you're maybe upset with yourself, remember self care, self compassion. We are our biggest advocate for our own selves. We advocate for people all day long, but sometimes we fail to advocate for ourselves. As providers, we are fighting against the grain to make sure that our patients are receiving the top level of care. And sometimes we are being criticized and not having the highest level of education, and that we are not adequate as a provider, and that negative self talk is creeping into your brain. Those are things to write down. Those are valid feelings in that moment to write it down. And you might find that you have a moment throughout your day that you're like, I need to get this off my chest and I need to write how I'm feeling right now. Do it. It helps improve stress reduction. It helps improve mood or enhancing feeling of calm and relaxed. It helps improve self reflection and creativity. Please continue to journal. You might have found by now that a free flowing journal works best for you, or even a directed journaling where you're having to label exactly how you're feeling and what acts of self care, affirmation, what your mood is, what you want to note to yourself. You might have found that to be greatly beneficial for you. If you're having trouble to come up with things to write about, remember, have any of the skills or tasks completed this week been helpful? Can you see yourself using this in the future? What did you do for self care? What are you grateful for? Did you do anything today to have acts of kindness or even acts of kindness toward yourself? Did you do anything today that was mindful? And you can do numerous of these tasks combined together, being very present in the moment. We have made it to week 4, the final week of this program. I can't believe we made it this far and you're still with me. We're going to finish out strong. We're going to work on acceptance, observing nature. We're going to talk about body scan, and we're going to talk about breathing again. All right, acceptance. We're going to start by accepting yourself. And sometimes you might need to say this statement: I accept myself as I am today and for what I will be tomorrow. Write this down on a sticky note. Put it on your mirror when you're brushing your teeth or putting your makeup on or whatever you might be doing in the morning. Repeat after me. I accept myself as I am today and for what I will be tomorrow. Find value in yourself. Trust me, I know you can find it because others find your value every day. Stop picking yourself apart. Stop breaking yourself down. Accept yourself. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself how you would treat someone else. And remember, a good step in the right direction is to say, I accept myself as I am today and for what I will be tomorrow. This helps improve depression, anxiety, and even those who have addiction. It helps improve response to negative energy that's around you. It helps improve neural markers. Love yourself because you are enough. You are worthy. All right, we're going to observe nature. This might be a little bit different than our mindful walk. This, I want you to take a short walk, but I want you to find a place to sit that's comfortable. I want you to whether sit on a bench, a chair, a towel, or even on the ground. Observe the sounds that are around you. And it might be that you're at the park and you hear kids screaming and laughing. You might hear people talking in a distance, or you might hear no sounds. It might be quiet. You might hear birds chirping or crickets making noise. Think of those things when you hear it. Name it. Feel the air on your skin. Maybe even feel the hair on your skin. Feel the ground underneath your feet. And you might want to take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground. Feel the ground underneath you. Be present in this moment. Put your phone away. Even put your music away. Visualize what's around you. Take it in. This helps improve mood and stress, and it improves our cognition, empathy, and cooperation. You might find that you have a moment in your day that has been wearing you down and that you are in this obsessive cycle of thinking. Take a break and practice in this moment. And you can do this in a short period, less than 5 minutes. Taking a moment, a step away, and just being present in the moment. Stop your negative thoughts, stop the cycling thoughts, stop even the hustle and bustle of trying to get through your day, just to take a moment for yourself. We're going to do a body scan. If you've never done a body scan, this is different than any type of imaging. Um, we're going to do a body scan, and I'm going to talk you through this. If you find that you're really interested in this, there is plenty of free YouTube exercises that go right along body scanning. So, what we're going to do, we're going to first prepare for a body scan. And what that means is that we're going to eliminate distractions. We're going to get comfortable, have some comfortable clothes on if you'd like. We're going to lay on our back, flat on our back. And if you can't lay flat on your back due to orthopedic concerns, make sure you're just in a comfortable position. I want your palms up on the ground, arms on the ground, palms up. Start from your feet and think of each body system. Think about the sensation, your feelings, thoughts, and work your way up from your feet all the way to your head. And you might find that you reach to your belly, up to your lungs, and you do some deep breathing. And then think all the way up to your head. You can do this as much and as long as you want. This helps improve physical tension and stress. It helps improve inflammation. It helps improve fatigue. And it actually improves your sleep. All right, we're going to do a different breathing exercise. We did the deep breathing. We're going to start doing a 3-minute breathing exercise. So allot yourself 3 minutes, okay? The first minute, we're going to take time to see how you're doing. Go through your thoughts, feelings. Remember, your feelings are valid. It is very important. We're going to prioritize them. We're going to think about them. How are you feeling? How has your day been? We're going to focus on you. That's our first minute. The next minute, we're going to focus solely on breathing. So take all those thoughts, we're going to let them pass on by, and we're going to take time to take some slow, deep, and controlled breaths. And for the final minute, see how your body feels after taking those breaths. How do you feel? Did it release any tension, any stress? Do you feel the same? Or can you note a difference? This helps improve cognition and function. It improves stress. It improves attention and mood. Now, this is an exercise that you can even do in an elevator. You can do it somewhere, even if it's just a few minutes before you eat your meal, of 3 minutes. 1 minute, focus on how you're feeling. Prioritize those feelings. We're not going to judge those feelings. We're not going to label those feelings. We're just going to see how we're feeling. We're checking in on ourselves. On our second minute, we're just going to focus on taking big, deep breaths, and we're not going to think about anything else but our breathing. And then on the final minute, we're going to see how we're feeling now. Check in on yourself. Make sure that you're finishing your journaling. Remember, consistency is key. Find what works best for you. This is a personal experience. Have you enjoyed journaling? What have you done to meet your self care needs? What have you done to express gratitude and kindness? What have you done to prioritize you as an individual? We spend our careers prioritizing everyone above ourselves. Make sure that you know how special, how important you are. Take time to do some exercises just for you. Most of these can be done briefly, and some, if you incorporate it all throughout your day, you can compound and get a greater effect from. I attached, if you were really interested in this mindfulness based stress reduction training, um, I've attached a free 8-week course that I've got full consent to offer for you guys. Um, this helps with mindfulness based stress reduction. You can type in this URL, palouse-mindfulness.com. This is a great beginner mindfulness training. It has a community in which you can join. It has different weeks that you can do different exercises and activities. It even has like journals you can keep up with. I wanted to attach this here, especially if you felt very engaged and interested in this module. And this is just a free resource if you wanted to use it. Again, this is one of those certification of training. This is not your CE credit. This is just for you to say you have completed this part of the training. Wow. Y'all have made it to the end of this module. I am beyond proud of you. I hope that you're proud of yourself. This is 90 days of work. And I hope that you were able to find joy in some of these exercises, that you found exercises and activities that you can incorporate on a daily basis, that maybe there might have been an exercise that you found throughout these 90 days that you want to share with someone else. Please do. There might be something that you found very helpful for you that can help you help your patients. But most importantly, I want you to know how very special you are, and that I'm not just saying that. We bring something very special to healthcare. And in that, it's so very important to keep APPs resilient. The future of medicine needs us. So making sure that we prioritize our self care and our self worth is very important. Please make sure you finish the ProQol survey. This is our final survey. If you have not received it yet, you will, I promise. It will be sent in an email. Of course, if there's any questions, any concerns that arise, make sure that you're emailing me, letting me know what's going on. Once you have completed, I will take a collective list of the emails to send it to our education department so that they will issue the CE credits by email. So you'll be getting a follow up email from them. Again, cannot thank you enough for completing this module and the modules prior to this. Please, if you have any feedback that you'd like to give me, I'm happy to listen to it and see what we can do to improve and expand this for the future. Thank you again.